This video will be looking at the Phanerozoic Eon and the Mesozoic era in the Triassic period in Madagascar. The Triassic period began in the aftermath of the permanent extinction. This was the most severe extinction in the Phanerozoic, which saw a massive percentage of all animal life wiped out. What survived and emerged was mostly marine reptiles and amphibians, and we saw life on land begin to further diversify. In the early Triassic, Madagascar was part of a large C-shaped continent called Pangaea. The rest of the world was covered by a massive ocean called Patrica that took up to 75% of the Earth's surface. At the time, Madagascar was in the southern hemisphere, close to the equator. Coastal regions, like Madagascar, saw seasonal monsoon climates with warm and humid temperatures, as the world was in an interglacial period. The environment in Madagascar was swampy and wet, and because of this, there was a mixture of marine and terrestrial environments. Two main groups of animals managed to survive after permanent extinction: the therapsids and the archosaurs. The therapsids were mammal-like reptiles that eventually evolved into mammals. By the end of the Triassic, most therapsids had either evolved into primitive mammals or become extinct. The archosaurs were reptilians that were the ancestors of all true dinosaurs and crocodilians. Because of the swampy and wet environment of Madagascar, a lot of the fossils found are of reptiles, fishes, and amphibians. Pangaea then broke up into Laurasia and Gondwana as a result of the seafall spreading in the Cetus Sea, and Madagascar moved off with Africa, India, South America, and more as Gondwana. This separation led Gondwana to move north towards the equator, resulting in evaporation of the swamps. Reptiles ruled this new environment in the late Triassic. At the end of the Triassic was the Triassic mass extinction, where 70 to 75% of species went extinct. Volcanic activity in North America clouded the atmosphere with soot, mercury, and carbon dioxide, and decreased global temperatures, resulting in the mass extinction. During the Jurassic, some of the continents separated, although Madagascar was still accessible to some smaller species. Further isolation of Madagascar from South Africa and India in the late Cretaceous period led to great speciation of organisms in northern Madagascar. Numerous species were endemic to Madagascar in the post-Triassic periods. These included theropods dinosaurs such as Majungasaurus, Mesoacasaurus, and Rahanavus. These dinosaurs were made extinct by the KT extinction. A large 10-kilometer wide asteroid hit in Monday, Mexico, resulting in this large mass extinction. It has been suggested that a large portion of vertebrate fauna in the Pleistocene arrived post-extinction, migrating via air or ocean drift, and diversified in isolation. Fossils of the Pleistocene, 88,000 years ago, reveal crocodilians, turtles, lemurs, bats, carnivores, rodents, pygmy hippopotamuses, and various birds. Ocean currents during this time support this hypothesis. These migrants are likely to be the ancestors of modern Madagascan fauna. Prior to the arrival of humans 2,500 years ago, northern Madagascar contained a high diversity of megafauna. These included a 2-meter tall elephant bird, the gorilla-sized giant sloth lemur, and the tiny dwarf hippo. A large quantity of these began declining within 500 years of occupation. Population declines are likely to have been due to increasing hunting pressures by humans, as well as increasing aridity and shifting fire regimens. Today, Madagascar is a humid subtropical rainforest with one of the largest amounts of endemic species in the world. Madagascar is positioned south of the equator, with the Tropic of Capricorn passing through it. Lemurs are a unique small primate endemic to Madagascar. They have evolved separately from other primates since the early Cretaceous period. The fossa are a cat-like endemic mammal that are a predator of these lemurs. Madagascar is also full of endemic flora species, such as orchids, baobabas, and the Madagascan periwinkle. Although these species are alive, human development has led to the extinction of many of these species.